everybody. I am GM Politics, and today this is my prediction for Larry Elder versus Joe Biden. Now, this is the least likely scenario for the Republican primary, besides maybe like Corey Stapleton winning the primary, but he just dropped out. So anyway, Larry Elder is a Republican candidate and seen as a major candidate, even though he's not even polling above 1% or even at 1%. I'm a fan of Larry Elder. He has no chance to win the presidency as much as many other candidates do. Larry Elder, if he won the primary, I wouldn't complain, but I ain't saying he's electable either. Larry Elder is a conservative, talk show host, whatnot. He's apparently far-right, claims, Wikipedia and other media sources, even though I don't see him as far-right in any way, shape, or form. This is him. He would run in a recall election in California in 2021 and would get first place out of all the other candidates, except for the governor himself, who would, win the recall election. I claim fraud. But anyway, he got 48.4% of the vote out of all the other, candidates here. You can see there's a lot of Democrats which split the vote itself, but still Larry Elder did fantastic here. Even though, he had no chance of winning anyway. He beat Caitlyn Jenner, which is a success. Good job, man. Good for you. But, yeah, there was a lot of it was a shit show no matter what. He went up against, this guy. Yeah, no. He also got 1 million votes less than, every other guy, but also it wasn't an election year, so it's who cares? But no, Larry Elder, he is a good guy. I agree with him on a lot of things. He's a good man. I don't know why he's running for president. He's kind of saying the same stuff Ron DeSantis is saying, but, not. He's an interesting candidate. So anyway, let's just break this down. He's also more libertarian. He was actually speaker at the Libertarian debates of, I think it was 2020 or 2016. I do not remember. I remember watching them, but I don't remember. Alright, so yeah, of course, these states would be safe states. Again, I'm not saying he would be the Republican nominee, but, if he did, this is what he would win. Nebraska, I'm always going to put Nebraska's, this district here as safe blue, because, I'm not good at predicting that district. I always mess up, so I'd rather just stick to how usually it votes, which is Democrat, so, what other state's safe? I'm forgetting. Florida, I'd say that's safe now. Also, Iowa. I think both these states have no chance of flipping Democrat in 2020. Or 2024, I mean. And in 2020, of course. But, 2020 was a weird year. Biden safe states, of course, is all of these states here as well, because, yeah, I don't see how Larry Elder could win any of these states. Actually, you know what? New Hampshire? I'll put it like that. See? Aren't you guys proud of me? New York's also safe blue. Minnesota? You know what? Just because of who Larry Elder is, this is how the map looks right now. This is how generally it's predicted. Already Biden has a lead. Now, I think every candidate can win against Biden. Every single Republican candidate can win against Biden. Now, RFK's in the race. I feel like there's even a better chance no matter what. I feel like a few candidates have a way less chance, but I'm not going to say they can't win. I feel like RFK is going to drop out, but I'm going to make a prediction with him soon. I like RFK. I disagree with him a lot in policy, but I respect him. But anyway, back to Larry Elder. Texas, likely red. I feel like it's the Trump effect that really hurt Republicans in Texas. I feel like if Larry Elder really positioned himself as a not Trump candidate, he could win that state. That's also why I have him doing better in New Hampshire. Trump did horrible in New Hampshire, while Chris Sununu did fantastic. My God, man, congrats. Also, Ohio, safe state. Don't judge me. I don't think Biden has a chance of winning that state. Larry Elder, I think he would win that state easily. Now, Arizona. Actually, I forgot Hawaii. Oh, shit. But Hawaii's safe blue, of course. But Arizona itself, it votes very, down the middle. It depends on who the candidate is. If you're likable, good chance you could win, but you got to be more moderate. You got to position yourself as a more moderate candidate. Of course, by the way, I wish Blake Masters won. Fuck Carrie Lake, though. Not a big fan of her. I think Biden... Actually, no. I'm going to put it as a tilt Elder state. Arizona barely did not vote for Trump. It barely did vote for Trump. And now I feel like Arizona has a better chance of flipping towards Republicans than Nevada. In a sense, just because of how politics works. But Nevada itself, weirdly enough, okay, it's a very libertarian state. Who are we talking about right now? A very libertarian person. he's not, I don't call him a libertarian, but he is very borderline libertarian. I would endorse him as a libertarian nominee, just saying. I'm a fan of him. But, like, I don't think he has any shot of winning. Of course, Ron DeSantis number one, of course, against any kind of... I keep talking. Nevada, I think, would also flip red. Just a tilt margin. You know what? If I'm having Nevada flip, I'm actually putting Arizona tilt blue. Nevada votes very libertarian. You have to be a more moderate candidate in some ways, but it is the sin state. I feel like he would overperform in Nevada for what we expect. Now, Georgia and North Carolina. North Carolina has no chance of flipping towards Biden. I'm putting that as likely red. It's trending red as much as people like to say it's not. It is a former blue state, by the way. Thank you all. And they're starting to register more red voters. Georgia, though, holy shit, the trends are saying it's going to vote for everyone but, like, a Republican. So that's not great. But Georgia, just like Arizona, barely voted for Biden, and it did vote for Trump at one point. I'm not saying Trump's a very electable guy. I'm saying anyone but Trump has a better chance of winning that state. I feel like Georgia, just going to put that as lean red. It used to be a safe red state. That's why it's kind of hard to say it wouldn't be. I feel like this is a Arizona in 2016 situation where it voted generally blue and then it flipped when least expected kind of thing. Also, Virginia, 100% going towards Biden. My opinion on Virginia will change depending on how they vote in next month. If they vote red next month in their elections, 100% I'm going to have it less safe towards Biden. Glenn Youngkin's done fantastic there. I feel like he would be a major aid to Larry Elder. Larry Elder, it also depends on who his vice presidential nominee is. They got to campaign too. They got to have a good image. So I feel like, Ron DeSantis would be a great VP, by the way. A lot of governors would. I'm just saying, just these two candidates, random Republican as vice president versus crazy Kamala as vice to Biden. Yeah. Anyway, so this is what remains, these four states. Let's get to Minnesota quick off the bat. Though it votes more libertarian, generally same for Oregon, but I don't see it flipping in 2024. Currently, right now, just my viewpoint. I'm weird, don't judge. Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin. I love saying that word. I think it would go to Elder. Just my viewpoint. Also, Michigan. I don't think it would vote for Elder. Michigan's a confusing state. I can't predict it for the life of me. And so this whole election would really come down to Pennsylvania, just like multiple other elections. And one thing is, Pennsylvania voted very blue in 2022, but also those were really bad candidates. But the thing is, we also ran very Trumpy candidates. And I feel like Larry Elder was seen, by the way, in this gubernatorial election as a Trumpy candidate. Now that he's trying not to look like it, he would probably do a lot better. But then again, it could be that effect. But I also feel like Elder could win. That's my whole thing. If he played his cards right and made himself less like Trump and more like Larry Elder, and more as a different candidate, I feel like he could win Pennsylvania. So I'm putting it as tilt like I do other predictions. Thank you all for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, or whatever the hell you gotta do. And goodbye.